My boyfriend Alex claimed he was temporarily sharing a place with his ex while searching for his own apartment. But after 2 years, I still couldn't visit his home or meet his friends. Then I discovered I was the other woman. Alex and I have been together for 2 years. We're both expatriates living in Europe. To protect identities, I've changed names. Alex is a very reserved person, which might explain some of the oddities. To provide full context, I need to start from the beginning. Alex and I met at a gathering for English-speaking expats after we'd both been in the country for a year. We instantly connected. A few days later, we joined a group for a bar-hopping event with others from the gathering and ended up hooking up. Soon after, we planned another meetup, but when deciding whose place to go to, he insisted it had to be mine and promised to explain later. For context, my living situation isn't ideal for hosting guests, especially not romantic partners, and he knew this. He came over and revealed he was still living with his ex-girlfriend of 3 months, whom we'll call Lisa. He had his own room, but because he'd prepaid 6 months of rent to help her out financially, he was staying there. Yes, it's unusual, but I wasn't in a position to judge. He assured me they were completely done, and since we were just casually seeing each other at that point, I let it slide. Weeks later, we decided to become exclusive and official. He said his arrangement with Lisa was temporary, lasting another 3 months until he found a new place. It was a strange setup, but I trusted him, believing it would end soon. He often complained about how awkward it was to live with her. He shared that they broke up because he caught her cheating with an ex at a party, so I wasn't concerned about them reconciling. Though I wasn't entirely comfortable, I could handle it. But 3 months passed, and Alex didn't move out. He claimed he now had a separate small apartment within the same building, saying it was more practical since he didn't need to buy furniture and the rent was affordable. As foreigners, furnishing an apartment only to sell everything when leaving is a hassle, so I understood. He promised to bring me over to prove they were living separately, but that never happened. Every time I brought it up, he said Lisa would get upset or gave other excuses. Apparently, she knew he had a girlfriend but wasn't happy about it and wanted to reconcile. After a year, he finally moved out, not to his own place, but to a friend's spare room. I'd only been to this friend's place once, the only time I met any of his non-mutual friends, which was odd and suspicious. I didn't help with the move, despite offering, so I never saw his belongings there. He said this was another temporary step until he found his own apartment. Due to job instability from a company merger and his pickiness about apartments, he still hasn't moved out after 10 months. I've never been invited to his friend's place despite asking repeatedly. He'd agree, but later cite not wanting to impose on his friend. Combined with never meeting his friends or video chatting with his family, these red flags fueled my suspicions. Here's where things escalated. Last night, unable to sleep, I went digging on social media. I looked for tagged photos of Alex, knowing he's private and doesn't let tagged posts show on his profile. I found 3 pictures from when he visited his hometown last summer. In each, an untagged woman was next to him. In 2 photos, his arm was around her, though they were group shots where everyone had their arms around each other. I assumed she was a friend from home, but one photo was more personal, with Alex, his sister, her husband, and their child. I don't know what Lisa looks like, as she isn't on social media, and I couldn't find her through searches. Still, I suspected this woman might be her. Digging further, I found Lisa's grandmother's obituary from January, after Alex supposedly moved out and long after their breakup. Yet, Alex's name was listed alongside Lisa's as family members. I know he was close to her grandmother and inherited some items, but this raised my suspicions. If true, it means he hid a double life from both me and Lisa for 2 years. An impressive, if awful, feat. I'm stuck. I don't want to confront Alex with flimsy evidence, as he'll likely have an excuse, and I'll want to believe him because I love him. I need solid proof that the woman is Lisa or clarity on the situation. I won't end things without being certain, but I don't know how to confirm it. Any advice on gathering evidence or moving forward is appreciated. Please be constructive. Update 1. Here's an update on Jake, who said my sexy teacher vibe was a problem. Your responses and comments were eye-opening, helping me see this was entirely on Jake, not me. I felt guilty, as if I'd caused it, but you clarified otherwise. I was too nervous to confront him directly, but avoided him for 2 weeks by steering clear of his usual paths. Last Friday, he approached my desk, asking if I was okay and saying he felt I was avoiding him. I mustered my courage and said, "Jake, you suggested your inability to control yourself at work was my fault for looking like a sexy teacher. How should I handle such inappropriate comments if not by avoiding you?" He turned red, stammered an apology, and quickly left. I was nervous but proud of myself. Monday morning, Jake returned with a sincere apology, admitting his comment was wrong, thoughtless, and inexcusable. He promised it wouldn't happen again and asked how he could make amends. I thanked him but said such comments aren't easily fixed, asking him to ensure it never happens again. He agreed and asked if I could forgive him. I said I accepted his apology but needed time to move forward, asking for space. He agreed and left. I'm processing his apology and my feelings about him. It's hard to reconcile the friend I thought I knew with the man who made that comment and now seems remorseful. People are complex. I feel relieved I can move freely at work without avoiding him. We can exchange small talk without tension. Thanks for your guidance and support. Update 2. Thank you again to everyone who offered constructive advice. I read every comment, reply, and message. I followed your suggestions and avoided confronting Alex directly. After 2 years of manipulation, I realized a conversation might leave me doubting myself. Instead, I wrote Lisa a detailed 3-page letter outlining my 2-year relationship with Alex, emphasizing its seriousness. I included specific dates and events, his elaborate lies, and a list of recent nights he spent with me, urging her to compare them to nights he wasn't home. I printed a few photos of us as proof and included a USB with more photos, screenshots of incriminating texts, and scanned postcards from his trips. I also included a digital copy of the letter in case the physical one went missing. I provided my email and phone number, inviting her to contact me. On Wednesday night, a friend drove me 45 kilometers to Lisa's place. If Alex was there, I'd confirm he lived there and leave. If not, I'd deliver the letter in person. Alex was in the living room on his laptop, and it was clear he lived there. Lisa wasn't visible. Their names were on the mailbox. I called his phone. He ignored it. We drove back. Thursday morning, I sent the letter via registered post, requiring Lisa's ID and signature for delivery. It arrived Friday, but she wasn't home, so she got a notification to pick it up. She collected it Saturday morning, and I received a receipt with her signature. I kept up normal communication with Alex, making excuses to keep him away that week to avoid tipping him off. 20 minutes after Lisa picked up the letter, Alex stopped responding. He's since unfriended me and my family on social media. I haven't heard from Lisa either. It's truly over. I hope Alex couldn't manipulate his way out with her, but I may never know. I don't expect to hear from him again. I feel lonely, deceived, and worn down. I'm determined to avoid trust issues or cynicism, and am seeking therapy to prevent depression. For now, I need distractions to fill my time. Thanks for your support. This is tough, but I'll emerge stronger. Quick note. I'm getting tested Tuesday for safety. If anything comes up, I'll inform both of them. Next story, a married co-worker with kids, Jake, got friendly since we live in the same neighborhood, but then he said my sexy teacher vibe was an issue for him, implying I was flirting. I started a new job this summer alongside Jake. Our workplace involves moving between areas for tasks, leading to brief social interactions. Jake and I often chatted, likely because we're in similar life stages, married with young kids, similar lifestyles. We even live a few streets apart. This morning, Jake said, "You've got this sexy teacher vibe today, and it's trouble for me." His smirk and raised eyebrow felt like a pass. Now I'm questioning our past interactions, wondering if I sent the wrong signals. I'm open about my happy marriage and love for my husband, but I talk to Jake more than other co-workers. I'm naturally friendly and smiley with everyone. Clients often comment on my cheerful demeanor, but I'm not intentionally flirting. Now I'm unsure. I laughed off his comment and moved on without responding. I wore my glasses and styled my hair differently today, so I might avoid that look. I don't want Jake thinking I'm open to an office affair, but I'm unsure how to act around him now, as my natural friendliness might read as flirty. Advice? Update 1. Here's an update on Jake, who said my sexy teacher vibe was a problem. Your responses and comments were eye-opening, helping me see this was entirely on Jake, not me. I felt guilty, as if I'd caused it, but you clarified otherwise. I was too nervous to confront him directly, but avoided him for 2 weeks by steering clear of his usual paths. Last Friday, he approached my desk asking if I was okay and saying he felt I was avoiding him. I mustered my courage and said, "Jake, you suggested your inability to control yourself at work was my fault for looking like a sexy teacher. How should I handle such inappropriate comments if not by avoiding you?" He turned red, stammered an apology, and quickly left. I was nervous but proud of myself. Monday morning, Jake returned with a sincere apology, admitting his comment was wrong, thoughtless, and inexcusable. He promised it wouldn't happen again and asked how he could make amends. I thanked him, but said such comments aren't easily fixed, asking him to ensure it never happens again. He agreed and asked if I could forgive him. I said I accepted his apology, but needed time to move forward, asking for space. He agreed and left. I'm processing his apology and my feelings about him. It's hard to reconcile the friend I thought I knew with the man who made that comment and now seems remorseful. People are complex. I feel relieved I can move freely at work without avoiding him. We can exchange small talk without tension. Thanks for your guidance and support. Update 2. I love reading updates and thought you'd appreciate another on Jake. It's been over a year. Jake never made another inappropriate comment. We didn't regain our prior easy friendship, but things were civil. Not warm, but not cold either. Recently, it came out that Jake was having an affair and his wife is divorcing him. He's moved out of the neighborhood and left our workplace, which I'm thankful for. This news makes his comment seem less innocent than his apology suggested. Thanks for helping me see clearly last year and for the encouragement to stand up for myself. I still can't believe I confronted him so boldly. It felt incredible. Thank you for the wisdom and support over time.